Hello, my name is Simmer Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to the party dorm. This is a university house. Actually, it's not university housing because I wanted to have a stove in here. So let me backtrack that real quick. It is a residential lot in Britechester, the world that comes with university. I did want this, like I said, to be a university housing type of lot, but I didn't want to sacrifice the stove. I feel like that's really annoying. It's a really annoying forbidden item. So I decided to reject that and do my own thing, and this is a residential lot in Britechester. There are actually residential lots in the world, so I figure it's not like that weird, and I think this was actually a residential lot before I bulldozed it anyway, but I kind of wish you could make it university housing and not have to do no stove and no oven, because it's really frustrating. I feel like college students have those things. I actually lived at home through college, so I mean I may not be the expert, but I mean I went to friends' houses and friends who lived off campus and didn't live with their parents, and they had stoves, even in university housing, not dorms necessarily, but in university housing there were stoves. So like that's a little crazy, but whatever. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not mad about it. It is what it is. So I really want to go with this kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's almost English style because, you know, it's like straight up, it's townhousey, and I really wanted to do the white brick on here with black accents, and I didn't know how I wanted to do that. You saw me put the one that has like the black half, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, so we ended up just going with this white brick, and I really like how that turns out, and then with the black on the fireplace and that third story up there. This does sleep 6 Sims, I believe I was able to get in. I believe it's 4 bedrooms, and there's 2 bedrooms with 2 beds and 2 bedrooms with 1 bed. So if you had your Sim live here, you could have 5 roommates, or you know, you could have a bunch of Sims and have roommates. Whatever it is you feel like doing with your gameplay, that's all up to you. I'm just building for you. I'm just setting up the place for you to live. So that's what we're doing here. So in this build, we're going to get a nice big area downstairs to hang out, and the 2 middle floors will have our 4 bedrooms, 2 in each floor, and then on the top floor I have it as like a nice party place, because my whole goal with this house was to make a party house for college students specifically. But if you were thinking of having more studious Sims, then you could of course change that to like a study space or what have you, but my goal here was of course a fun party atmosphere. So we are going to stack up these staircases all the way up to the 3rd floor, and of course we're going to have to take out this little piece here. I don't understand why removing floors in this game is so dang difficult. It took me forever to make that work. I had to delete so much footage of me doing it and redoing it and doing it again. And granted, it could be user error. It could 100% be user error. But I don't think it was. I think it doesn't work very well. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So our floor plan in these middle 2 floors is going to be basically the same thing. Hello, English. English is a really hard language. So while I was listening to the Ukrainian President Zelensky do his speech to Congress the other day, totally off topic, and his English is better than my Ukrainian will ever be. And like I feel really stupid. Like as an American, I feel really stupid because I didn't learn another language. I mean, I guess I took Spanish in high school, and I did take 3 years of it, and I probably could have like very basic conversation if necessary. Like if I absolutely had to, I probably could piece together something. But like it's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing that other countries learn so much about other languages, and in America, our education system has totally failed us. I will make an effort to learn languages as my, life gets a little calmer now that I've passed the bar and hopefully get a job. But like, it's really embarrassing. Are other Americans as embarrassed as I am? I realize I am so off topic, but while I'm on this topic, I really liked President Zelensky's speech. I think he's a great leader, and I feel like he's doing a fantastic job when he was considered a joke when he first got elected. So I'm really proud of him. I really like watching what he does and how he runs his country. I really appreciate it. Anyway, back to the build. So I really wanted to use different swatches of that carpet. I feel like it's a really fun carpet. I can't even lie to you. I try to use it as much as possible in my builds because I think it's so fun and like the colors are wacky. At least some of them are. It very much strikes me as like dorm flooring or college flooring. In fact, I am certain that something similar is on the floor in the newer buildings at my college. Granted, I haven't been on the campus in a really long time, but at least my undergrad, but there was definitely carpet that looked like that in various buildings. Anyway, so we're going around. I went around and put the brick from the exterior on the inside, especially for all of the walls that'll be like in the community spaces. I decided I didn't want to do that in the bedrooms, and we ended up with walls that match the carpet, but I like the idea of having that in like the downstairs area in that common space where the stairwell is. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is some landscaping, and I figure, you know what, they're university students. They don't have time, as a former university student, they don't have time to do yard work. That is not really in their schedule. So I figured we need to do something kind of simple out here, and it does end up being very uninteresting. Maybe the word is I'm looking for. Uninspiring. I mean, it fits in. It fits in with the area. It looks nice. Don't get me wrong. But like, it's nothing fancy. So we're just gonna kind of like talk about it very briefly as I'm doing it. But otherwise, let's talk about what's coming up. Let's talk about the holidays. As I am doing this voiceover, it is Christmas Eve, so it is the 23rd of December, and my aunt and uncle are coming in on Christmas Day. I am so excited. They are from Southern California. I am in more Northern California. If you're from Northern California, I'm not from, like Redding area. Okay, I'm from Sacramento. So for people who don't know the area and don't know like north, south, middle, Bay Area, California, I am part of the area that is not the Bay. Some people claim to be from the Bay when they're from Sacramento. I am not. I don't want that title. You can keep it, y'all. I don't want it. I am from the area where everyone says it's boring, but to me, it's boring because y'all are boring. But that's not the point. Not the point at all. My point is my family is coming to town and I am very excited. My aunt and uncle never had kids, and my uncle is very much a 12-year-old boy at heart, so he has been like my sibling for a long time, and he's only a couple years younger than my mom, so it's not like he's young. And my mom's in her 50s and I'm in my mid-20s, so like I'm not a young person, and he's definitely in his 50s as well. But it's very fun because we have a very fun, friendly, playful relationship, and I very much enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to seeing them a lot. And my aunt is super cool. She's just very down to earth, very much a caregiver, but also very much like a quiet, laid back, kind of a wallflower, if you will. And when she comes out of her shell, oh my goodness, she comes out of her shell, and I am excited. I cannot wait to get her drunk while she's here. It's gonna be so fun. We're gonna have a grand old time. And before we get off the topic of California forever and goodbye. If you've ever seen that TikTok, I did not do it justice, but if you've ever seen that TikTok, I 100% stand. And I agree, California is fantastic. And if you ever come to California, it's very different from other like states in the United States, I think. So if you are from another country and you come to California, know that other states are not like this. And if you come to California from other states, what's it like being in a worse state? I'm sorry. I don't mean that. There are actually a lot of really nice states. I like California. I'm a little biased because it's fantastic. What can I say? Don't come for me. I'm allowed to have my opinions just as you're allowed to have yours, right? Any hoozles. We are now on to doing some of the furnishing. I really just wanted to like get the color schemes for the bedrooms upstairs in, and get those beds. I really like that bed from the university pack. It's very versatile. There's a lot of different color swatches, and I like it a lot. I especially like that there are certain swatches that have like the school logo banner. I don't know what it's called, the school mask, I don't know, the school crest, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying. I like how some of them have that for your real like die hard, college students maybe like the student athletes have those because they like rep the school, you know, and then you have the more low-key ones that you can use in other spaces. I like that bed a lot. I feel like it's a very versatile piece of furniture, so I really like it. And all of our bathrooms are going to be relatively the same. I did want to get 3 in here, like I said before, and as it says on the little name thing now, it does sleep 6 Sims. You could probably even get more in here if you wanted to. So I figured, you know, going to the bathroom was going to need to be a priority. And I didn't want to do bathroom stalls anywhere because, like, it's a house and I don't really feel like that would fit the vibe, so I didn't want to do that. So instead, I just did a bunch of these bathrooms. Could have gotten another shower in there, but I decided not to. So I decided the best thing would be to get 3 bathrooms and make sure there's one on every floor except for our top floor up there. If you're up there and you gotta pee, you better book it downstairs. I hate that shelf. I really hate that shelf. I cannot believe things don't slot to it. I actually almost cut this footage, but I decided to leave it in here because I wanted to bitch about the fact that nothing slots to this damn shelf. And the shelf that has the towels in it, the towels change color and so does the rack. So it just, like, you can't even have nice things. What if I didn't want my color scheme in there to be pink? I don't. That was not the color scheme I wanted. But the color of the towels on the white rack, which is what I wanted, were pink. Very frustrating. I don't like it. I feel like that was missed in the empty shelf. I feel like we were supposed to be able to slot things on it, and then maybe they just like forgot to put the slots there. That's what I think happened. I really struggled because I wanted to get 2 desks in all of the bedrooms that have 2 beds, but I couldn't, like, the layouts were really difficult. All of them do end up having 2 desks, so I end up figuring it out for all of them. Don't you worry. I finagled it. I figured it out. I played Tetris for a long time. I got this. But my point is, I was really struggling, and I was trying to find a way to, like, block off and make different areas of the rooms, you know, so like one sim could have one half and the other sim could have the other half. So, you know, it felt more divided. A little bit, not as much, but a little bit. And then of course I wanted to have bedrooms for just a single sim. If I was living here, I would 100% pay more money to have a bedroom to myself. 110% I would be that person because I like my privacy. I've never had to have a roommate, other than my parents, I guess, and they're pretty respectful of my privacy. So I can't imagine having to share a bedroom. I'm also an only child, so that was never a problem. So, for those of you who had roommates, what did you think? Did you have a good experience? Did you have a bad roommate experience? I have been listening to some streamers lately, and they've actually been talking about this, and a lot of them have bad experiences, and I am terrified. I feel like I always hear about bad experiences from like roommate situations, and I just did not want to have a part of that. So no, thank you. I am talking about moving out with a friend of mine, maybe renting a place together at some point or like buying a house together, but that's different because that's my bestie. That's my bestie. We go on vacations together. We do stuff. She's in my space. I'm in her space. You know, it's all fine. She picked glass out of my foot one time. Like we are so close. Like it's just we're good. We're good. We could be roomies. We could be housemates and it would be just fine. But like this close quarters, no. My actual nightmare, I think. So we're just going to go around now and pop in some curtains in all of the rooms, and then we will go down and do the common space on that first floor. We're going to have the bathroom and of course like a little like living area with a couch and a TV and all that good stuff, but I wanted to get all of these bedrooms pretty much done before I moved down there. Again, this is a very colorful house. If I haven't said it already, this is a colorful house. So don't be surprised when we get down there and I start popping in color, because for some reason that is the mood I am in, and like how could I not when all of these bedrooms look like this? I realize this is a bit unrealistic. I feel like normally when you see living quarters for students, it's not quite as colorful. I always think of like dorm rooms and they're like, you know, the white walls that are just boring and all the beds look the same and there's like no color and you bring all the fun, you bring the character to the room. But this is not that way. This is not that kind of house. In this house, the rooms are colorful. And you move in, and I hope you like the color you're in. So this kitchen is pretty small, just a little galley kitchen. I figured while it is not university housing because I didn't want to deal with all of that. I do want it to be relatively small. I figured, you know, they're probably not cooking that much. Knowing me in college and knowing my friends in college, we did not make meals. There was not cooking very often. You know what I mean? So, again, I do live with my parents, so I didn't have to cook. But I know people who lived on campus and did not cook. So I feel like this is realistic. So we are going to use a lot of color in here. I've really been feeling this like bright mint color lately. I've done a couple of builds with this and I realize I'm being a little repetitive, so we'll change that up. But I really like it in here. I feel like it's very fun and it fits the rest of the vibe in the house quite well. And I did use a lot of different packs throughout this build, but I tried to lean heavily towards mostly just the university pack and like Get Together. I used some of the games and stuff from Get Together, but there is a lot of packs in here. I apologize if you don't have a bunch of them, but I really tried to get those two mostly because I figured, you know, we are in Brightchester, so university housing, and I wanted to Get Together because I wanted the pillars because I love those pillars. But also there's something, of course, the DJ. Upstairs in our third floor, we have a fun DJ booth. So it's a real party. It's a real party. I think it's funny that the university pack came with this dining table, this like small little circle one, and the stool type of chairs, like the high ones. I think it's so cute, and I would not say that my school had these, but I think they're fun, and the chairs are bright and fit my theme, so I'm not complaining. I really like these on the wall. I've never used that before, those like circle light things. I don't think I ever used that. Maybe in a kid's room once or twice, but it's a very interesting item. And we're just going to clutter up with plants. I figure these are fake plants. University students, there's no way they're taking care of plants. So they're fake. They're definitely fake. Of course, we are going to need a bike because we are not on campus, so we're going to need to have some mode of transportation to get over there. I don't even think that's actually how bikes work in this game. I rarely use them because, the first time I got a bike was in Eco Lifestyle, because I got Eco Lifestyle before the university pack, and it really bugged me that you couldn't claim a bike once you got it out of the dumpster. Like, why? I should be able to keep that. I found it, it's mine. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers. But whatever, it's fine. So I don't use bikes a whole lot in the game because I'm still bitter about that. Also out here, we are going to get the bubble machine because you can't have a college dorm or a college living quarters without a bubble machine. Of course, you know those kids are doing the bubbles. They're having a great time with it. Sneak peek to our little upstairs there. I hate roofs because they clip. It's going to be really hard for me to furnish this area. It's going to be really hard to see me furnish this area. So I apologize for this terrible thing. I can't believe The Sims hasn't figured out how to fix roof clipping yet because it's really annoying. So we got the DJ booth up here, so I figured we should get the DJ posters up here too. I think they're fun, funky. But you know what this room screams to me? You know what it is? Mosquito lamp. Look at that. Look at that thing. It's so bright and in your face, and I wonder if you can change the color of it in game. I'm sure you can. I've never tried. But look at that. Look at this space. It looks so party-esque. It looks like a great time. And we're going to get a dance floor in here because you gotta have one of those. Gotta have one of those. I don't really like the color swatches on those, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. After we get the brick on the walls in here, we're also going to grab a couple of like funky lamps from the Get Together pack, I believe, or maybe they're City Living, I can't remember, but the ones with like the writing up the, yeah, they are Get Together. I don't know, they seem interesting. In my mind, this is like, you know, this is a party house. Maybe the students are a little kleptomaniac. Maybe they got a klepto trait and they stole those. That's in my mind. That's what happened. Yeah, and this looks like a great place to have your friends over and party a little bit. Hopefully the floor is really good and reinforced because if you get too many people up there, it might collapse. And that has happened in America at a couple of colleges actually, which is quite terrifying. And maybe the reason I didn't party in college. Maybe. Let's just say I had anxiety. I had anxiety. Anyway, so we're gonna do this landing, and then we're gonna do this landing. Oh, no, we're not gonna do this landing, actually, right now. what's actually going to happen is we're going to get distracted by the juice keg thing. I wanted to put the juice keg or like a ping pong thing up here, but the space is too big. So what ends up happening is we end up putting a ping pong thing out here. We're going to remove all that landscaping because, again, they're college students, they're university students. They don't have time to do yard work. So instead we're going to pull all that out, and then we're going to get in a nice little ping pong game here, and we're going to get that juicer in where the other bushes are. However, I think I do that off camera. So why don't we hop in game and I can do a nice little tour of the space for you. How about that? Alright, so this is our lovely party house. It, again, sleeps 6. Look at that. Nice. Ooh, we got a window glitch there. I really like the front. I really like how it looks in this neighborhood. I think I'm actually going to build the other ones around here as well because I like mine better than theirs. So let's go in, shall we? Let's page it down so we can get in here. Again, we go with this bright color. I'm obsessed with this, like, bright mint right now. I don't know what it is, but The Sims is doing it very well and I'm a fan. And it's also very white in here. I realize it's also may not be very realistic for a college dorm. Actually, you know what? Maybe it is. I feel like it's simple, it's plain. Those are also like the cheapest cabinets, so you know, makes sense. And again, this is a party house, so when you throw a party, I want to make sure that you have all the things you're gonna need: TVs, music, games, all that good stuff. And then why don't we go upstairs? And up here we have our rather empty landing. I didn't know what to put there, so I left it empty. Our first room here is a single and it's very bright. The second room is also very bright. It's pink and white to match with that cute little carpet. The nice carpet there is, I like that a lot. I'm pretty sure never mind, we'll get there. So this is our other bathroom here. Again, super low key. Those bathrooms are all pretty much the same. This landing here, I like, you know, you can get your painting skill up, get some reading in. This bedroom's super cute. Again, I'm loving this color. I think the floors in my college look kind of like this one. Like it looks super familiar, not just because like I play the game all the time. And then of course we have this bedroom, which is more of the yellow and gray. And then of course our upstairs last and gosh darn it, I hate the dang roofs. So in here, what if we, okay, you're not gonna be able to see the wall, the fun decorations, but there we go. So we got our DJ booth, got the dance floor, fun posters on the wall, and of course we got to get that Moschino neon light and those other ones as well, because why not? And here's our exterior. We got a nice grill in case you want to cook, start a fire, whatever. Music, of course, is necessary for a party house. Got the cake, got the bubbler, got the pong. Perfect. Everything you need to throw an epic college party right there. Thank you so much for joining me. I put out new videos on Mondays and Thursdays. I hope you have an excellent new year. I'm sending you all of the positive vibes, all of the good energy, and happy simming.